Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome to I Am My Sister's Keeper channel. If you can hear me, let me know. I am Miss Monica. I am the owner and the founder of I Am My Sister's Keeper. I Am My Sister's Keeper is a company that helps women in need. We uplift, we help, we elevate. The company does life changing work. And tonight, I am here just coming to introduce myself. And we're going to talk about self esteem. What is self esteem and setting goals? So, with that being said, I have a special guest. I will let her introduce herself. But as you can tell from the title, we are going to be talking about self-esteem and goal setting. So, welcome, my guest. Welcome, my guest.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, hi.
Girl, I'm so sorry. I need to get it together. But to introduce myself, I call myself Freckles on YouTube. You already know. I'm a licensed therapist and a nurse. And I am excited to come here to talk to you about, empowering women, taking care of ourselves, setting goals, self esteem.
Well, with that being said, welcome my lovely guest. I am happy for her to be here. We've been chatting and getting to know each other, and we're just becoming real close. With that being said, with goal setting and loving yourself, I would like to start by saying I've the last say 6 months or so, I've been recluse getting myself together. So this is a personal topic.
Okay.
With that being said, loving yourself is some is hard. I'm just gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we get in a corner where we don't know when it's time to push away and to just soothe self.
Yeah.
So the first thing we need to understand in loving ourselves is when we are doing ourselves a disservice. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a big injustice of someone doing us harm as people may think.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one we always run to. But are we doing ourselves justice of eating that last piece of cake? Or are we getting up changing things that we know we need to handle in our self care? So I think for the first part of this is recognizing when you need to start to get yourself back together and start loving yourself.
I agree with you. And it is a very, very hard thing for at times for a lot of us to see when we need to sit down, stop, reevaluate what we're doing, the choices we're making, where we're going, and to take care of ourselves, especially as women. A lot of times we're so worried about taking care of other people that we forget about taking care of ourselves.
Yes, and that's the injustice because
Hmm.
it's the small things that add up to it. It's the getting up, not straight getting up and not meditating, or
Right.
not even meditating, but not getting up and okay, then let me start.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
Then let me start.
Just having a moment of peace, even if you're just not meditating, having a moment of peace before you
Because people
start.
think a moment of peace is you got to go sit down for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. You can break it up in different times of the day
Hmm.
to get your peace.
I agree with you. And sometimes you need to do that because you might be okay when you start your day. By the time lunchtime hits, you start being out of sorts and you need to take a minute, sit down, have some peace, meditate, whatever you need to do throughout the day. I completely agree with you. I think that is an amazing idea, something I definitely need to work on myself. Seriously,
Mm-hmm. And
definitely something.
yeah, so self-soothing, first figuring out where we need to go,
Hmm.
and then the next point is just how to love on yourself. And I think people, again, we say this and it's regurgitated all over the world, all over the internet.
Hmm.
It's regurgitated, but the point is such: how do you love yourself?
Right.
How?
How do you go about doing that? Right.
And sometimes it's pulling out the skeletons in the closet and cleaning out the clutter.
And that, you know what, Monica, that's one of the things that is so very true. And a lot of people avoid doing that because it hurts, because it's painful, because
Mm-hmm.
it's easier. And maybe easier isn't the right word, but it's a defense mechanism that we use to not deal with those issues that are weighting us down, dragging us down, sometimes all the way back from childhood. And one of the things that is most common to do is try to forget about it, throw it away, put it in the closet, lock up the key, but you're still carrying it around with you even if you don't have it in the forefront of your mind. So I think that's an excellent point. At some time you have to address all that baggage, all those skeletons you're talking about that are dragging your spirit down on a daily basis. I
So
completely agree with
that's
you.
the hard part of loving yourself. You have to we addressed it why and how and you know when to love yourself. Now we gotta figure out, how to. You gotta clean out the clutter. You gotta
Steps.
just
Hmm.
just dig in. And you're right, a lot of people don't take mental self-care. they
Yeah.
they take their vitamins.
Right.
They go for a walk.
Right.
you
Get the
know
nails
they
done, the
stay
hair
away
done.
from different people,
Yeah.
but they haven't cleared out their clutter.
It mentally, emotionally, and that is something that it has an effect on the way you view the world, the way you view other people, the decisions you make, the choices. Do you go left or right with, whatever is thrown in front of you, and the way you treat people, other people. So when we're not taking that self care that you're talking about, taking the time to take care of ourselves and really address our core issues, because we all have issues, and
Hmm.
there's nothing wrong with admitting that. The problem is when you don't admit that you have problems, or these weights that you're carrying along with you that are dragging you down. It could be some trauma you experienced as a childhood, bad relationships that you take. If you have a bad relationship, romantic relationship, and then you don't resolve whatever issues you had in that relationship, you carry it over to the next person and into your next relationship, and it's going to have a negative effect on your next relationship if you don't address it.
Yeah, so that's and that's a good point as well. With it not addressing it causes it to drag on
Yep, over and
and
over again.
drag on, and the
Hmm.
cycle continues. But
Yep,
again, it goes back to people do not want to admit, because avoidance is comfort.
absolutely. It's one of the
And
biggest
nobody
defense
ever said
mechanisms.
that it out
Hmm.
loud. Avoidance is comfort. If
Mm-hmm.
I can avoid it as long as I have to,
Yep.
it
If I
won't
don't have,
hurt me.
right, that it won't hurt you, right? If you don't address it, if I
But
don't think about it.
not knowing it's hurting you,
Mm-hmm.
not addressing it.
Absolutely. It's doing more harm to you than anything else. And if you address the issues and work through them, which is painful, I've had people tell me, oh, why am I going to therapy if it hurts so much? I feel worse when I leave than I did when I went in. So why am I going to therapy? The reason why it hurts is because you're addressing your issues and you're doing the work, digging in there and pulling all that stuff out, and you have to resolve it and move past it. Be at peace with what happened in the past. You can't change it, so you have to move forward and make better decisions or different decisions in the future, or just realize some things you didn't have control over in your past. And we do as people, when you do dig in there, like you're saying, it hurts, but it hurts because you're doing the work. And when you come out on the other side, it is going to make your life so much better, so much easier to manage, and you feel better about yourself. And if you feel better about yourself, you're better able to move through life and be good to other people.
And as regurgitating a good point, pulling the band-aid off is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People, when they pull off the band-aid, it hurts, but again, the analogy is such, you doctors say go to surgery so we can fix this.
Mm-hmm.
You're scared, you're apprehensive, but you eventually go through the surgery.
Exactly.
Doctor tells you surgery is going to be painful. It's going to be a lot of work to get you
Exactly.
well.
Mm-hmm.
But bottom line, once you've done all the process, you're like, hey, this was worth it. This was worth it.
It is
This was
exactly.
this was worth it.
Absolutely. You feel so much better. You're better able to deal with issues that come to you in the future. You're able to be a better parent, a better wife, more productive on your job if you're taking care of yourself and feeling better on the inside instead of having so much drag you down. Absolutely. I completely agree with that.
Mhm. And then we have to learn to set the goals so that we can heal, and we can start to self heal. And again, it goes back to what's what you recognize as self love.
Hmm.
You know, you know, when do you need to self love, and when do you need? And I recommend, when I'm talking to my young ladies, I recommend self care every day. I practice it every day. It's tedious, it's hard. It's taking meditation. And one of my favorite phrases is one day at a time. You
Absolutely.
can't look behind you. You can't look at front of you. You
Hmm.
can only look what's in front of you to prepare to get to the next level.
Right.
And for you know it, you did completed a lot more than what you have not.
Yeah. You just have to put the work in, and that's it's a struggle. I know for me it's a struggle to do the self-care because I'm always trying to do so much. But I always tell, clients, the same thing, the importance of self-care, but it is like you're saying, and I'm definitely acknowledging, it's a hard thing to do. You have to intentionally put it into practice. You have to make an effort. Like this is going to be on your agenda for the day. Just like, doing I got to go do my laundry today, or us meeting up here and I messed up the time. But it should be something that's on your schedule to do to until it becomes normal for you, an everyday thing like brushing your teeth where you don't even have to think about it. But in the beginning, you may have to actually schedule time
And
to.
that's another thing I recommend for the first at least month, you start to schedule in some type of self care. For me, self care is just as simple as waking up, meditating, getting to my day. Sometimes in the middle of the day, when I'm having a hectic day, I self soothe.
Hmm.
But this comes with recognizing your faults too. So, with
Okay.
goal setting, beyond self care, recognizing, okay, we even recognize what we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
We then found out how we needed to do it. Now, along with self soothing, self care, we just need to just hold ourselves accountable and start to look into it. And that's just the bottom line. Because a lot of times, self esteem, self care goes hand in hand.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times you may not be feeling the part for the day, but give yourself time to grieve. Don't wallow in it. Girl, you having a bad hair day. Hey, I'm not feeling too good. Don't wallow in it.
Right.
Give yourself time to breathe and move on.
That's a good idea. That should be something we put into practice every day, like you're saying, on a daily basis. We have to make an effort, conscious effort to do that, which isn't always easy, right? Which isn't always easy. So when you're talking about the setting goals, you're referring to setting goals as to doing the making a conscious effort to do the self
Making a
care?
conscious effort.
Mhm.
Number one, we're going to make a conscious effort.
Mhm.
And conscious effort is, hey, today I'm going for a walk. Today I've been good all week on my diet. I'm gonna eat this cupcake.
Right, right, right.
Today, whatever it is that you feel that's going to calm you
Mhm.
to get to the next level.
Okay.
We need to, that's, yeah.
That sounds good. What kind of self-soothing techniques do you use?
I I'm a meditator. I believe in meditation is the best thing at any time
Mhm.
because you can be in the car with the children. They could be screaming, long as the door is locked, can't nobody get in.
Right.
You could go into your mind and get your thoughts together so that you can correct the situation. So I recommend meditation. Um, it's repetitive because some people are not don't like to go out and about. So for the
Right.
people that don't like to go out and about, I recommend you listening to your favorite music.
Okay.
I recommend people are not readers. So for this channel, I will be doing videos like this for people who are not out and about type of people and
Right.
don't want to be around a whole bunch of people, but they want to get their information.
That's a very good idea. An excellent idea. Very good idea. Especially
So
now.
those two things I definitely recommend. And another thing, even with the situation that's going on in the world, as we know right now,
Mhm.
um, a big self soothing technique is just taking time to just take time, and I don't mean because the world said take time. I mean we could still go for a walk and
Right.
get some for the people that's in the cold weather areas. Go get some cold air in your lungs and who breathe. Um,
Yeah.
just enjoy life. Um, That's a big recommendation of mine, is to really enjoy life and really take in the moments and the minutes,
Mhm.
and not to be so overwhelmed with what's in the news.
Oh my goodness, yes.
We lost the great last a legend, Cicely Tyson,
Oh yeah,
and yesterday. My condolences to her family.
yeah.
Um, a Hollywood black, excellent
Oh,
Hollywood legend.
absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
so
7 decades.
with
That's
all
crazy.
these things going, these are more and more times of letting you know that we need to just breathe and inhale and just enjoy the time.
Yep, absolutely. We have to do that. Absolutely. There's so much going on in the world right now that it has. It's overwhelming for people. You know it is. And then and we're all cooped up in our houses. You know, you can't go out and do the regular stuff you would do or spend time with people you'd like to spend time with. So yeah, it is can be very overwhelming. So the things you're talking about with the meditation, taking a walk, listening to your music, all those things are still there. We can still do, like you're saying, we can still do all those things. And so it's just a matter of taking the time to do it, to soothe, to try to relax ourselves because there's so much going on around us. So much.
So much, so much. And, I feel that, again, for those people who are on this channel, who watching this stream, my name is Monica, and I have a company called I Am My Sister's Keeper. There are always life coaching links in the links always below for you to get life coaching services. There's always videos I'm doing on my YouTube channel to help you always better yourself. I am have the merchandise line that does go back into the company to help. We help out with the diapers. We help out, getting people with their personal services for free. So we do so much
That's
that I thank all the people who help and bless me. Um, but those links will always be down below. This was just a simple conversation so you guys can start to think and understand that it's okay to take a breather for yourself. Nothing wrong with taking a breather for yourself.
it's
So
a
that
must.
was, I will be having much. We will be having. This is my special guest. We're gonna be having her on a lot. So get used to this lovely face. And
Thanks
with
so much
that
for having
being
me.
said, we will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching my stream. And again, the life coaching links will be down below. The store merch links down below, the Cash App and everything. All the links will be down below. And I'm going to get ready to make special videos for that. So, with that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.